Hi, everyone. I'm Afton Brizoni. This is the Changemaker Conversations interview series. My company, Scribe National, is all about storytelling and marketing. So I'm really excited to be here today with somebody who is also all about that. Lyndsie Barrie is the author of Find Your Voice on Social Media. She's also the founder of FempreneurLand. And there's tons of exciting things going on over there. So I'm going to hand it over to Lyndsie so she can tell everybody, just a bit about yourself and about your business.
Thank you, Afton. First of all, you are such a superstar. You came into the conference and taught such a fabulous workshop. I was just like blown away with your eagerness to serve women in business, and I learned tons from you. So to be interviewed on the show is truly an honor. And I'm just so glad that you found the fempreneur community and that you're right in here with us now. And yeah, just really, really excited to have you in my world and to be part of this awesome show that you've got going. So yeah.
I'm really glad to hear that. And yeah, the conference was absolutely amazing. And this is why I just want other people to know like everything that you're doing because I think it's so great. So yeah, please let us know what you're up to.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I mean, the conference was it's something that was kind of born out of really, I think it was born out of the Fab Five speed dating events because those were going so well. So just to back up a bit, the fempreneur community started 2 years ago, pretty much exactly 2 years ago. And it started as a free 6-week marketing school for women. And I started teaching it and quickly learned a lot about what women need as far as support, not just support in the education realm, but also the like human, sisterhood support. And so, yeah, so I continued to teach my marketing school for over a year. And I did start charging for it. It didn't remain free forever, but I did teach over 100 women my program for free. And yeah, I mean, throughout that time, I think the number was about 35% of those women did actually end up buying from me. So I did end up actually converting them into paying clients through coaching and through my mastermind group. And some of them bought website building packages and various forms of service that I was able to provide for them after the free marketing school. But so when COVID began, we actually had our first ever speed dating event, like a networking event in the calendar. And I was so excited about it. And then COVID happened and we had to cancel it. It was going to be like downtown Calgary on 17th Ave. We were going to do like real speed dating, like in person. And we were going to do these 5 rounds, 5 minutes each of speed dating. And then, of course, as per our usual events, we used to hold a lot of live events before COVID. So lots of prizes and like public speaking, like get them up and get them talking about their business and their challenges and their wins. So that event was canceled. So I am a youth leader at my church. And one of our first youth group events that we held on Zoom, my youth pastor broke us out into these breakout rooms. And I was like, oh, we could do this for the Fab Five event. We could have like speed dates. So I was so excited. So I got my fem team girls. We did a practice run. I figured out how to use the breakout rooms. It was awesome. We did our first Fab Five event. And like now, I think we've had over 20, in the last 6 months. But it was through those Fab Five events where women were coming together, learning, interacting, making new friends. And actually, a lot of really cool collaborations came out of those Fab Five events. I was like, I should really put a conference together because I was jonesing for a conference. I went to a really cool two back to back down in the States about a year and a half ago. And I was like, oh, I really like think that this would be easy to do. And so, like, I don't know, those of you who know me know that I like literally throw things at the wall and see what sticks. So I was like, hey, ladies, let's do a conference and who's in? And it turned out to be a really cool thing. We ended up adding a fourth day because we had so many speakers and so many women. We had the tickets up for free until I think 2 weeks before the conference. And then they went up to, I think it was $100 a ticket. So we had almost 200 women grab those free tickets. I mean, true to form, probably about half of them actually dropped in for a session or two, but we had about 20 women who came to almost every single session, and we had 31 workshops. It was incredible. So you were one of our amazing speakers at that event. We had 31 ladies in total speak at that event. So many amazing connections were made. And throughout that, probably it was like the last month before the conference, I realized that this conference needed to continue somehow. Like we needed to continue the conference vibe. We needed to continue the connections. We needed to continue the education. And I didn't want to do like the one-off workshops like we had there. I wanted women like you to come back in and teach 2, 3, 4 part series workshops. So I had been kind of thinking about researching a platform called Patreon. So I went to patreon.com and I was like, this looks like where we need to continue this after the conference. So we call it FempreneurLand, and that's like a membership community where women go to, show up to live events. Like obviously not live the way live was before COVID. When I say live, I mean we can talk to each other in real time, and see each other's faces and share screens and all that good stuff. So it's been really cool. So that's really what I've been up to. And I wrote a book called Find Your Voice in Social Media, and that came out exactly a year ago. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just a few things on your plate, but no, I really think that's amazing. And again, the conference, like just to pull that together and the caliber of everyone who's there and the level of engagement, I was so thrilled to be a part of it. So, I mean, I just want to thank you for doing that. Now I'd love actually, you mentioned it briefly, but if you could talk a little bit more about your book and kind of how marketers and business owners can really share their voice in a confident way and share their brand message online on social.
For sure. I actually don't have a copy of it. I'm all out. I have a copy of my first book, which is a personal finance book for moms. But yeah, I'm all out of my Find Your Voice book. So I would hold one up right now. It was about 6 months into teaching the marketing school. I had, I think, 3 classes under my belt, like 3 groups of, I think, 10 or 12 women. And I was like, this is a thing. Like I was wowed with the results they were getting, with the literal confidence they were building in my marketing school. And I was like, whoa, like I was just blown away. So I realized that I had this thing that needed to get out there more and better and to more women, right? So I basically took my 6-week marketing school and put it into a book and asked a bunch of my grads to be part of it and submit their stories to the book. And I had 7 lovely women step up and stay with me to the end. They edited the book. They added their stories. They helped me make it the book that it is. They helped me make it flow and not be super choppy. Like my brain works very like boop, 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 and I expect people to understand that, and they don't. So they smooth that out. And yeah, so the book is actually a workbook and a book in one. And I say right off the bat, like the number one reason why my marketing school works is because it's a community of like-minded women. So I can teach you the things I know, which a lot of it is like, blip, 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 and people are like, what? But what's really effective in the marketing school is the other women's sort of take on the stuff that I'm teaching and the way they put it into action and the things that they do with it. And then they bring their findings back to the group and tell us what works. So it's like, yeah. So what I said at the very beginning of the book is that if you pick this book up and you read it and you don't talk to another woman in business and you don't build a team around you, this isn't going to do anything for you. Like maybe it'll help you a little bit, but you are not going to get the success that you hear and see when you look on our Instagram account and you watch the testimonial videos on our website. Like that's not going to be your experience if you don't build a team around you. So I wrote the book as well, when women register for the marketing school now, they get a copy of the book and a little welcome package mailed to them. And that's one of the things I started doing when I started charging for the marketing school. I'm like, oh, what can I give them? And then, yeah, so women who get the book and maybe have never met me or don't know any of us and like are just ordering it on Amazon, I don't know what they're doing with it, but I really hope they're doing what I said in that first chapter, which is, think about 5 or 6 women right now who either have a business or business idea. And I actually give them an email template in the book. I say, send them this email and ask them to be part of this process with you and ask them to meet with you weekly for 6 weeks and work through this book. And because we need a team. Ultimately, if you don't have a team, A, it's no fun. And B, it's like you have nobody to bounce your crazy ideas off of, So
I totally agree. And I love that you not only tell them like, absolutely, this is what you should be doing, but it's like step by step, here's how you can do it. There's no reason not to. And I think it's it's totally evident, in all the work that you're doing, and certainly that I've noticed over, the past year and a half of owning a business. Like, you need to communicate with others. You can't be doing
Right.
it just all by yourself. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I love that. Now, I know that you kind of have some more exciting things on the horizon. So I'd love to, if you could just let everybody know what is going to be next, like throughout 2021, what's to watch for in FempreneurLand, and, just with anything that you're going to be coming out with.
Yeah, for sure. I actually just got off a really awesome meeting with two of my behind the scenes amazingness girls, Selena Novello and Noreen Music. They are really working on the nitty gritty of FempreneurLand with me these days. They're doing everything from building images and in Canva to scheduling emails in MailChimp. They've got all the usernames and passwords for all the things. So well, I'm writing my third book about building community. um, we're teaching regularly in FempreneurLand about everything to do with leadership and marketing, and ultimately the goal of all of it is to build a community, because if you want to monetize your talents, there needs to be people there that want the stuff you're building. So we're building community, and I'm teaching everyone how I've done, I'll own it at this point, a really freaking good job of building community. And I want to share that with everyone and anyone, because I've just seen the incredible positive impact it has on these women's lives, emotionally, mentally, confidence wise, everything. The fulfillment and joy that comes out in them is just so incredible. So that's really what's coming up. I'm writing my third book. It will be published on or before my 39th birthday in August. And I am basically I don't even, yeah, I'm not going to mention that. There's something else really exciting. I'm not going to mention it in case it doesn't work out. Oh, one thing that I can mention that is Megan Cosenzo. You know Megan Cosenzo,
Yes,
Cosenzo Media.
awesome videographer. Yeah.
Yeah, so she and I have this idea that we've been bouncing around, and it is to build a reality show about the marketing school. So we're actually building a TV show. We're not really sure what we're going to do with it. She pitched it to a network recently and just told me this the other day. It didn't go anywhere, but she pitched it to a network. I was like, what? So we're building a reality show. So my next marketing school starts April 7th, and all the girls that register for that marketing school are going to have the opportunity, they don't have to, but they'll have the opportunity to be part of that reality show. And that will just involve a lot of like kind of Dear Diary type videos that they submit to us, keeping us up to speed on what goes on through their process. Because really, it's the marketing school is it's a mindset shift transformation experience disguised as a marketing school. And so that like everything that happens with these women, all their realizations and aha moments and shifts in the niche they serve, all that stuff will be part of these episodes. So each season will be a group of women that kind of come through the marketing school. So
I
yeah, and then Megan will of course go out with her fancy equipment and film real nice videos. It won't just all be us on Zoom and phone, but yeah, so that's coming in 2021.
Wow, that is like, and I'm even surprised. I knew there was going to be something really cool, but you've even managed to surprise me. I
I
love
have not mentioned that to anyone. This is the first time I've said that like publicly. Yeah. I
that.
mean, I've told a couple people, but
It's so great because I think, like you said, it really is about those aha moments. And you kind of, when you look back, it makes sense. When you're in it, sometimes it doesn't. But those milestones are so huge just on the way to building your business, really, and having like the people beside you who you do that with. So yeah,
yes, yes.
no, that's fantastic. Okay, so for anybody who does want to learn more about FempreneurLand, or just keep up with all of your updates, what are some of the best ways, website, social, whatever, for people to connect with you?
Yeah, we are most active on Instagram. So FempreneurLand. We're in the process right now of switching from YYC Fempreneurs to FempreneurLand on Instagram. It's not something I've done before, so I'm kind of trial and erroring this process, and will be posting a YouTube video about how to do it once it's done. But yeah, so YYC Fempreneurs for the little interim here, and then FempreneurLand. Always everything is at fempreneurland.com. I have a decently strong presence on LinkedIn. So if you're a LinkedIner, please hook up with me there. And yeah, Amazon, you can grab both my books, soon to be my third book on Amazon. And I've got like if you're an aspiring writer, I've got some exciting things that I won't even talk about yet. You just need to reach out to me in like an Instagram DM or through the website. Would love to talk to you about getting your book done in a group team setting. And I think that's probably everything. Yeah. And
That
thank you, Afton, for this. Like, I mean, I remember when I met you for the first time, we're standing at like one of our outdoor Fab Five events, I think, right? And you're telling me about what you do, and you have this channel, and you make these little episodes about like this powerful stuff. So just really honored to be here, and just so grateful that there's people like you out there that are willing to put in this work to make this stuff come to life. Because the lives that you're changing, Afton, through this series, through your show, is like I can't even imagine. Like, it's so awesome.
Thank you so much. And, I think it's one of the biggest things. Like, people sometimes think that unless you're sitting down and you're doing client work, that like not to be spending time. I really think the most important thing to be spending your time on is growing your network and making connections. So
Right.
I'm totally with you. I love it. Thank you for coming on. And everybody, I will be back in 2 weeks with another Changemaker interview. Take care.
Awesome.